An old poor man is sitting by the roadside. A kind woman walks up to him, gives him food, and says, "Here, you must be hungry. Eat this." Just then, a young girl passes by and watches them curiously. The old man says to the woman, "You said you'd give me some clothes too." The woman replies, "Oh yes, I forgot. Wait a moment, I'll call my son, he'll bring them." The girl thinks to herself, "Wait a minute. Isn't she the same woman who used to work as a maid in our house?" She walks toward the woman and calls out to her. The woman turns around and says in surprise, "Oh, you? I thought you went abroad for your studies." The girl smiles and says, "Yes, I did, but I had to come back for some urgent work. But tell me, you're feeding this poor man? You're wearing expensive clothes and jewelry. Did you win a lottery or something?" The woman smiles and says, "No, dear, no lottery. Back then, I was struggling. I worked in people's homes, but I educated my son. Today, he's an officer, and by God's grace, we lack nothing." The girl says, "That's good to hear. I'm happy your life changed." The woman replies, "If a person works hard, they always reap the reward." At that moment, the old man interrupts, "Madam, you were going to get me those clothes, remember?" The girl frowns and snaps, "Don't you have any manners? Two people are talking. Stay quiet. Get out of here." The woman immediately says, "What are you saying? He's just sitting here. You shouldn't talk to him like that." The girl replies angrily, "People like him shouldn't be allowed to sit here. If he gets hit by a car, we'll be the ones blamed." The woman says calmly, "This isn't your house, it's mine. And if a poor person sits outside my home, I don't mind. I feel good helping them." The girl says mockingly, "So this is your house now? You used to clean floors in mine." The woman says gently, "Yes, I used to, but not anymore. And let's see who dares to drive him away." The girl smirks and says, "Let's wait until the owner of the house comes. Then you'll see what happens." A few moments later, a young man arrives and says, "What's going on here?" The girl quickly says, "I was telling her to get rid of this beggar, but she keeps arguing with me." The man looks at her and says sternly, "Do you know who this woman is? She's my mother. And if my mother wants to feed this poor man, she will. You have no right to stop her or speak rudely." The girl is shocked. "She's your mother?" The man nods. "Yes, she's my mother, and whatever she says will be done." The woman smiles softly and says, "My dear, God has blessed you with so much. If you ever get a chance to help someone in need, don't hesitate." The girl lowers her head and says, "You're right. I'm sorry. I'll never behave like that again." The woman adds, "He must be very hungry. Let's take him inside and feed him properly." The man smiles and says, "As you wish, mother." They take the poor man inside the house. Friends, if you like this story, type yes in the comments, like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.